Welcome back to another episode of Trade Talks from Growth Garden, where we talk about strategies or plans or options and choices to steadily, slowly, securely, and strongly grow wealth, to show patience, consistency, and resilience during up and down times, to have a long-term focus, to build wealth in our lives and also impact others. My name is Trey. Welcome, Wealth Champions. Today, I want to discuss the 50-30-20 plan. But as always, let me do my disclaimer. This video is purely for educational content and should not be considered personal financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I don't know your personal financial situation, risk tolerance, or even your investment goals. Past performance does not guarantee future results. And always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. All right, now that that is out the way, the 50-30-20 plan. I'm curious, how many of you ever heard of it? Do you practice it? Do you use it? Or is it something that you use but you've made a modification or an adjustment? Because as a previous video, I talked about the 75-15-10 plan, which similar, same core premise to give you a basic blueprint on what to do, but the percentages are different. This one actually uh, has it tweaked a bit different, but as I get into that, you'll see. All right. Well, the 50-30-20 plan. Basically, it teaches you a system on when you get paid, what to do with your money so you don't misappropriate it, you don't overspend it, you don't, say, hey man, what happened to my money? I thought I had this and it's gone. So the 50-30-20 plan, it's similar to a budget. I know people don't like this, like to hear the word budget. When you say budget, it's like a bad word for a lot of people. But basically, it's a method to simplify your finance and what you're doing. So think of it similar to like you're driving down the street and you have lanes, so you know what lane you're in. So basically, it's like a 3-lane highway or a 3-lane road where you have your money and each lane is for your money. So basically, 50% of your income will go to your needs like housing, food, utilities, transportation, the things that are necessities. So that you would have direct deposit in your account. And that typically most people keep in their checking account because that is reoccurring. So basically, you're allowed to spend up to no more than 50%. You don't have to spend the whole 50, but up to no more than 50% on those needs. Then there's a second account that you can do in a high yield savings. Some people do it in a checking. Some people do it in regular savings. The high yield savings will get you more bang for your buck and generate more interest while you're waiting to spend the money or while the money is waiting until you spend it, I should say. So that one can be put in a different account. And when you want, you can just transfer it to the checking so you can spend it. Or some people actually, just withdraw cash. So basically, the 30% is for your wants, entertaining, dining out, things you like to do to have fun and enjoy yourself. Uber Eats, DoorDash, a movie, whatever you want, vacation, you know. Now, the last 20%, That is representing what you save and or invest or use to pay down any debt that you may have. So that would be in another account, separate, so you don't commingle your funds and confuse, oh, I got extra money. So in this example, let's say the money that comes into your life is $1,000. So 500 will go into the checking for your necessities. 300 will go into your entertainment, and then 200 will go to savings and investing and debt repayment. So that's basically the 50-30 rule in a nutshell. It's done to protect you, to have you understand where your money is going so you can better track it, you can see it, you have an idea of what's going where, what's what. So that way you can tweak it. So in the event that you say, hey, I have too much debt, I think I want to flip this. Instead of 20%, I'm going to cut back on my entertainment and make that 20%. And then I'm going to make 30% into my savings, investing, and debt payment. Because once you pay off the debt, that will free up more money in the budget. So therefore, you can have more money to invest, save, and go out to entertainment. Because debt is what I call a wealth killer. So you want to reduce those as much as possible in your life. You want to build more assets and reduce your liabilities. As you accumulate more assets, assets put money into your pocket, liabilities take money out of your pocket. So basically, the way you execute this plan, you calculate your after tax income. This is not before taxes. You see after taxes, and for a lot of people, it'll be after 401k deductions. It's what you actually get into your hand physically, or not physically, but what comes into your account physically. Um, it helps you to categorize your expenses so you can review your monthly expenses and then put them into the different buckets, whether that would be savings bucket, investment bucket, debt payment bucket, fun entertainment bucket, or necessity bucket. Um, and it helps you to adjust your spending so you can see where to cut back or where to increase what your discretionary spending on your wants or lower your discretionary spending. Um, Help get back to a balance of having more fixed income, well, fixed cost, I should say, on your spending. Easiest way to do this is to set up an automatic transfer to your savings and investment. So when the 20% hits that account, they just automatically take it to your brokerage or your savings account. Um, for some of my clients, I actually recommend using a high yield. I personally use Capital One and SoFi are the two that I like. So you can open up a bank account. I like Capital One as well because it's basically an online bank with live branches that you can physically go to, but you get the perks of the high interest rates and the no fees. So basically, you put the money in that account. Now you can link it to your brokerage account. And so now you set up the investment where they automatically take the money and invest it. The thing I like about it is while your money is waiting to be invested, you're actually getting interest. So your money is already working for you. So in essence, you hired your money and gave it a job. You put in a high yield savings, it's working and recruiting more money for you through the form of interest while it's waiting to be invested to go out and potentially earn you more money with the different investments. Curious, how many people have heard of this plan before? If you stayed to this part of the video, I thank you, appreciate you. You're really rocking with me at Growth Garden. And as I like to say, the rest of your life will be the best of your life. And yeah, Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, if you knew about it, or if you actually do something different, a different strategy. I would like to know that. Um, Please, if you got something from the video, please share, like, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And until next time.